Hi, I'm Arash, and in this lesson, I'm going to talk about everything about multi-section in part design. So, first thing first, I want to describe what it is, what it can do. If you know that in pad, we used to have this profile and we extrude it up or make it up. And in shaft, we used to have a profile and rotate it around an axis. And in rib, we have a profile and make it along the direction of a curve. But in multi-section, in somehow it can do a lot of things, mm, which it can do what rib can do. It can make this along a direction. It can actually do what pad do and also what shaft do, but it can do something else too. In pad and shaft and rib, we cannot change the profile while we padding it, while we shafting it. We cannot pad something from a rectangle to a circle, but in multisection we can do that, and this is really complex and really usable and wonderful feature that we have. It's still wonderful feature, and it's really useful, and it's really have many features to be mastered of. So let's get started. But let's get started with it. But before we start it, if you haven't liked until now, please do like and make a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and click that red bell and see our previous videos. So let's jump right into it. First thing, we need to have two planes in order to have two profiles. But firstly, we don't want to have some turning shape and crazy thing around. We want to start it simple. We choose our XY plane, we select sketch, and we want to make a centered rectangle like this. I want it to be 40 to 40. And also, I want this to be hexagon. I want this also to be 40 white. So if I choose multisection, I choose this one. It's we have a, if I choose this one and I choose this one, if I set preview, we're going to reshape. This is really important. And if we say preview, it's going to make us something. But it is now not really in our hand to say what shape we want. So I delete this and make it another time. If we choose for the first one, it says closing point and this direction. We need to have a closing point in multi-sections to say that from this profile to this profile is going to be this point is going to uh, connect to this point, and the surface around this is going to continue in this area. If I change the rotation of that, it will definitely going to error and crash on me. So this direction should be aligned together, and in this way I can choose it to be redshift, and it's going to be better. Yeah. So this point is going to be in this point, but the second point is going to be in the middle of that, and this point is going to be here, and that is not something we really love. So in the coupling tab, I choose it this point. I choose to add. It said update the elements. I don't know what it means. But let's choose this too and choose the couplings. One coupling is here to there, here. I want these 2 points connect together. These 2 points connect together. I also want this point connect to this point. This point connect to this point. This one also connect to this. This point connect to this. And this point connect to this one. This point connect to this one. And this is our default one. We do not need to set that. Let us specify that too. I think there is something wrong with one of them. The coupling number 7 has 1. The coupling number 7. I removed that. Yeah, I think I made something repetitive. So if you see that, this is really nice and neat and clean design. If you see it in the top, we can see our top face is a hexagon and our bottom face is a rectangle and a square. But our line is really good and neat and clean. That is something which is really good when you know how to handle the multi-section solid. But if I want to continue this to another thing like a circle, I click this, and if I choose that and I add a circle here which cannot be added, why not? Yeah, I think I can add that. No, because the coupling we cannot add that, but we could use this sketch here by showing that we could make another multi-section with this sketch and this circle and making it ratio. So we're going to have it like this. We also can make some points here and make a couplings here to have more neat and better construction and better smoothed profile here. So that is uh, the main idea of it, but it has more features to play with. If we have some circles of different sizes or in different axes, or like some ellipse in the middle of them, we're going to have some beautiful shape of mixing these three together. Let me see. If I choose to make these three get along with each other like this, we will have some crazy ornamental shape with that, which if we try to change one of them, it's going to change. And if we move the planes, it's going to change also. That is something really useful in your design. You can also specify a spine to it. What is a spine? A spine is something like the human spine is you can specify the middle curve of it. But we do not have a spine here. I want to just for show how to make a spine here. I want to make the middle point of each one of them and make a spline go right through it. So I go to generative shape design and choose a spline. It's pretty like the sketch spline. I choose this tree and have a spline here. I get back to my part design and I choose the multi-section 1, 2 and 3 and choose a spine like this. This is going to guide this in a better way. Or if you have this rotated in another direction, for example, let me hide this. If you have a circle here and you want to make a multi-section from here to here and these two are not equal together, you cannot use rib. You must have a spine here, like let me see, have a circle mid, center point for that and go to generative shape design, have a spline for that from this point in this direction to this point in this direction in that way. So we get back to the part design and choose multi-section from this to this with this spine. It's because of the rotation, but yeah, that is pretty simple, like this. Simple and straightforward. Another thing we can do, we can draw guide for this. For example, I want to make this one come to here. I can draw some guide to show how to get to that point. But I think in my personally in me personally, I think that guide is not really a good idea. If you have problem with multi-section in part design, I think it's better not to use guide in most of the time. But mostly I use the multi-section on the surface design and generative shape design, and afterward I get it back to the part design. So I think that is pretty much it for now. And if you want to learn more advanced about this, you should check about the multi-section surface on the generative shape design tutorial I may provide in the future. So if you like this one, please do like and comment and subscribe us. That would really help us to continue our work. Thank you.